Cowboy Nation, led by head coach Brian Schottenheimer. Here they are, your 2026 Dallas Cowboys.
Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, glad you've come along with us. Trey Smack will kick this one off. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. This return will take him out past the 25-yard line. Decent field position as this game gets going. Greg, he's one of the veterans of the league now. Here comes Dak Prescott in the Cowboy offense. Season 11 for Dak. He turned 33 back in July and was third in the league in passing a season ago.
I think there's very few guarantees in the NFL, Mike, but I think if there's one thing that's pretty close to certain, if Dak Prescott is healthy, and in the last couple of years that's kind of been a mixed bag, but when he's on the field week in and week out, this Dallas Cowboys team is going to throw for a lot of yards, and they are going to score a lot of points. So it's can they get their defense to go ahead with the play at quarterback they've gotten from Dak Prescott.
They'll go again here with Williams. And this one not going to do the trick either. Stop behind the line now on consecutive runs.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on first down, Mike, to scare him out of this run game here on second down. But now after taking a loss on first and second, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on third down.
Dak facing third and long. He's got his tight end, that's Ferguson. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. That is rare. You don't see 3rd and 17 converted all that often. First down. Here's Dak to throw. That's to Ferguson once again. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good game on first down. They pick up 7 yards.
Out of bounds at his own 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, here's second down. A pitch comes to Williams. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 8.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan in the toss. Healthy gain, and they pick up the first down.
In some rhythm, good drive rolling. Here's another 1st and 10. They run over center with Williams. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
I'm not sure what it was, Mike, but there was something off about that play from the jump. I'm not sure if it was the body language or the on-the-line of scrimmage communication, but it was pretty clear to me that they weren't on the same page, and I think the result showed.
To the outside. Catch made by Pickens. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a scoreless game.
And this is tough here on the opening drive because sometimes when you miss one early, we've seen head coaches change how they approach fourth down situations. Is he going to get as many chances here? We're going to find out throughout the rest of the game.
On play action, Luck. That one caught. That's Matthew Golden. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. Quick completion to start things out. And their first drive begins with a first down. In motion, it's Golden. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Quentin Williams there to make the play.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Cowboys' 32-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7. To throw is Love. The outside, it's brought in by Golden. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Oh, he plunges forward for a couple of yards. P.J. Locke up to make the tackle.
20-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Jacobs. And nothing materializes there. Just fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and that brings up 4th down.
A 38-yard attempt.
Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Packers are out to an early 3-0 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Cavante Turpin on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Cowboys set to get back to work. And there's a look at Clayton Adams, their offensive coordinator. Adams, year 2 now as the offensive coordinator in Big D. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
At the 23-yard line.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you could see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
On second down, it's Dak. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. And they'll try to convert it on third down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
He'll find Fladoy. That's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get the conversion on third down. It was a gain of 27.
10 at the 43-yard line.
First and 10. Prescott now. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And it'll bring up second down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
A 7-yard gain.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
That is Ferguson in motion. First down, it is Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. Jake Ferguson was the intended target. And it's going to bring up a third down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll try to run for it. Defense there to contain the scramble. They stop him well short of the first down mark.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Cowboys will tie the game at 3 apiece.
You know, it's not often you get a second chance to atone for a missed field goal this early in the game, but I like it. They send him right back out there to finish off drive number 2, and this time he puts it through.
He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Packers offense ready for their second possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
He was brought down at the 26. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
Really nice job here defensively, not only to get the penetration and to clog those run lanes, but they're able to take him down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Third, they need 8. From the gun, it's Love. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Cowboys offense getting set to get back to work. And they've been forced to settle for field goal attempts on the first couple of drives. A miss, followed by a make. They'll need to pick the pace up here a little bit as they get started on 1st and 10. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
I like the change of pace. The idea that you want to keep the ball on the ground, but you don't want to do it in the traditional sense of just turning around and handing it off to your running back. So this time, they give it to the wide receiver. They get him in space, get the ball in his hands, and he turns it into a solid game.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he's going to have the 1st down, mark him at the 45, and move the chains.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
That is Ferguson in motion. And they're not going to snap it. We have come to the end of the 1st quarter of play. On to the 2nd quarter. Cowboys possess the football. They're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
I love blitzing defensive backs. So when they blitz the corner, Mike, they call it a cat pressure. He's the corner cat. Man, it's so hard for the offense to get it beat on him. Who's accounting for him? And in this case, nobody was.
That is Ferguson in motion. Prescott from the gun on 3rd down. Whoa! Off-balance throw. It's complete. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the 1st down. And here comes 4th down.
And after being shut down in the opening quarter, he makes his first catch here with that one. And they're going to need to continue to build off this if they plan on leaving here today with a win.
Anger now on to punt. That kick is away. And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And boy, tough to bring down there, fighting forward for a gain of 7.
15-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Second down, they need 3. Off the play fake. Here's Love. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Donovan Izaraku getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and And it's third down.
Third and 9.
Here's Love. That one caught. He finds Golden. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line.
A gain of 26 yards.
A big one there on third down. Good for 26 yards. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Here's Love. Over the middle, it's intercepted. Picked off by P.J. Locke.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
As the Cowboys go back out on offense, we take a look at the defensive coordinator trying to stop them. Gannon was the former defensive coordinator of Philadelphia, then the head coach in Arizona, before taking the Packers defensive coordinator job this offseason. They'll run it with Williams. And he will carry his offense to the red zone. Inside the 20-yard line, a pickup of 9.
Line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now it's 2nd and 1. It's another run here for Williams. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Dak, fake to Williams. Now he'll throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Packers' 12-yard line.
2nd down, they need 7. Now Prescott. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete. When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
Oh, and now movement up front, trying to get the defense to jump. One of the offensive linemen moved instead. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. Officially a 29-yard attempt. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys will take a 6-3 lead.
What a start to a career for Brandon Aubrey. All-Pro as a rookie in 23. He's been the NFC's Pro Bowl kicker 3 years running, and he delivers again for the Cowboys here in year 4.
Here's Sky Moore now to return it. Whoa! And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Packers offense ready to take over once again. They'll go play action with Love. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
In motion, it's Golden. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
So there's a sense of urgency with these RPOs, especially in the NFL game, because your linemen, they're thinking it's a run, so you can't allow them to get downfield. So that's where this quick decision-making from the quarterback is so critical, and the timing of this one just wasn't quite right and falls incomplete.
From the gun, on third down, it's Love. He's got a man. That's Watson. And he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
A try here for the extra point. He's got it, and the Packers open the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
Cowboys 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And they'll bring him down around the 27-yard line. Zaire Franklin that time, there for the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. On play action, here's Dak. In trouble, and down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Dak facing 3rd and long. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
And it was really the lack of production on 1st and 2nd down that put them in this hole to begin with, Mike. So I think going forward, more execution on early downs, more efficiency. Don't wait till 3rd down to convert for a new set of downs. Be aggressive on those 1st and 2nd. Fight to the defense.
We'll send out the punt team, and the kick's away. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Packers offense ready to get back at it. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Thompson on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
In motion, Reed. Running is Jacobs. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Third down and 3. We'll try to run it here with Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs, the ball carrier. Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Here's Daniel Whelan now. He's on for the second time. We'll try to get something inside the 10. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to take over once more. Play action now. Prescott. This pass right side caught by Lamb. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
On the play fake. Dak. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Protecting the ball anytime you throw the ball in the middle of the field is obviously critical, right? That's where tip passes, that's where all sorts of stuff happens when you put the ball in harm's way. But you also have to protect your receivers. There's a bit of a trust back and forth with the receiver saying, hey, I'm willing to go across the middle and compete for the ball. But now you're in my eyes. You have to protect me and make sure that the location of the ball doesn't run me into a big hit. That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Here's Brian Anger now as he is on to punt for Dallas. Good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Packers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Love firing to Golden. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. It was the rookie out of Ohio State in on the stop.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Tough one to pick up here. 3rd down and 9. To throw is Love. He'll try and get there. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And the Cowboys are going to come away with the football.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Cowboys offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Williams. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3. That is Ferguson in motion. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Devontae Wyatt in for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
Aubrey's kick is good. 2 minutes to play in a tight 1-point game in this first half. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Here's Williams on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Packers offense about ready to take over once more. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Back to throw is Love. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
That'll be caught. It's Josh. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. They'll wind up getting enough to pick up the 1st down.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody...
the pressure going to cave in on him. He will go down. Former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams, in there for the sack. He forced his way through. A loss of 9. That'll bring up 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll step up and run this. And he's taken down just shy of midfield. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
A couple of 1st downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. And he let him a bit too much. The pass is incomplete. Josh Jacobs was the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. They are moving the ball well on this drive, aren't they? It's another 1st and 10. Now Love. He finds Jaden Reed for the grab. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. 13, pretty lucky here. Back-to-back gains of 13. And another 1st down. Good play calling rhythm. Drive continues. Another 1st and 10. Love. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Packers going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. He's going to elect not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision, as this ball comes out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Prescott on 1st down. Looking for the home run ball deep downfield. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as the second half is about to get underway. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And they'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Packers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. The man in motion is Watson. A run up the middle with Jacobs. And the strength on display, rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
He's brought down at the 31. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 2. They'll run with Jacobs. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
3rd and 5. Love to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's fighting for those extra yards. Looks like he's just got enough to pick up the 1st down.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force 4th down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the 1st down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
And we'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. The veteran, Kenny Clark, in on the stop. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Love. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete. Tucker Kraft was the intended receiver there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think the second that ball left his hand, he wanted to pull it immediately back. And he is lucky, Mike. That ball didn't end up going the other way. He almost gifted them a short field and maybe even some points.
A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession, and he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. A give, and here comes Williams. He's to midfield, inside the 30. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 84 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cowboys go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
Packers 13.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Williams now to return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. Now, Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Good run after a good run. This one for 14 yards and another first down.
Doesn't matter the level of football, Mike. If they can't stop it, keep running it until they can. And I think that's what we're seeing here on this drive. Back-to-back explosive gains on the ground. Got to imagine at some point the defense gives it a different look.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
First down, Green Bay.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
Open space inside the 10. Josh Jacobs into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
The extra point, up and good. And the Packers have taken a 4-point advantage.
16.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. That's complete left side to Pickens. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. A pitch comes to Williams. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
The ball carrier. Lucas Van Ness on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Williams. And he will have a Cowboys first down by a couple of yards. They get 4 on that 3rd and 2.
And the Cowboys.
And the ability to continue to sustain these drives and maintain possession, these third downs are so critical, Mike, because every time an offensive play caller gets a fresh set of downs to work with, there's just more opportunities to continue to try to strike deep and go to score.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. A gain there of 11. First down, Cowboys.
And this is really an area, Mike, that he excels in. He makes the right decision to keep the ball himself, and then when he hits the hole, he doesn't stop until he picks up the first down.
First down, it is Williams. And he'll get forward for a couple. The big defensive tackle, Javon Hargrave, brings that one to an end.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 8. We'll go play action. It's Prescott. Short throw brought in by Schoonmaker. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do. And, man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
Williams gets it on the draw. Good vision there to work to the outside. Close to a first down. A gain of about 9.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
They'll go again here with Williams. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now, another 1st and 10. That is Ferguson in motion. A first down throw for Prescott. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
At the 22-yard line.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 7. Dak fake to Williams. Now he'll throw. And he just does manage to get rid of this one. Hounded by the defense. They nearly got him. Incomplete, setting up 3rd down.
7.
That throwaway certainly isn't ideal in this situation, especially when you're trailing at this stage of the game, but no damage done. Move on to the next play.
On 3rd down, Prescott. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys cut the deficit down to 1.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. Had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. On the return, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And we'll give you a look at some of the highlights. He's had a number of them over that magic mark, over 100 yards on the ground, including a rushing touchdown. He has been a handful for the defense right throughout. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
He chooses to keep it on the zone read. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
That play just really looked doomed from the start, didn't it? It didn't look like the timing. It didn't look like he was confident in his read. And that time he pulls it, nowhere really to go, and take him down for a loss.
Oh, how about the coverage there? Nowhere to go.
Possession that ultimately leads in points, but after that third down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
On comes the Packers punting team. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. Didn't get the hop he was hoping for. It bounds into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. He's got his man. It's Pickens. 13 yards on the catch there. That's good for a Dallas first down.
George Pickens has always had the talent, Mike, to be one of the best receivers in the league. And a year ago in Dallas, it really all came together. Talent career high in pretty much every category. So sometimes all a guy needs is a change of scenery, a coach that believes in him, a quarterback that trusts him. And here in Dallas, he gets it all.
On the give, it's Williams. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Their rookie third-round pick. They're on the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. That one too far out in front to be brought in, and it's incomplete. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Third, they need 8. Here's Prescott. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
First down.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. First down, 10 yards to go. Play fake. Prescott. To the left side. Caught by Lamb. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Packers' 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 1. On play action, here's Dak. Open, left side is Schoonmaker. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
That's another Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
In motion, Lamb. It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. It's another run here for Williams. And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1. That is a gain of 20. And what a chance now. First and goal coming up. So the field goal here gets you the late lead. You gotta think you want 6 when you have it first down and goal. That is Ferguson in motion. Williams? No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
Remember, a field goal takes the lead, but first and goal, you're thinking touchdown. You can't lose yards on first down. It completely changes your approach now on a goal-to-go situation. Give credit to the defense.
One more time for Williams. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. All right, so the Cowboys set to go for 2.
The Cowboys will line up for the 2-point conversion.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. The pressure got to him. He was hit as he threw it. It's incomplete, and they come up empty, trying for 2.
20.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Wow. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Packers offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. In motion, it's Golden. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he broke through the initial contact, winds up getting about 3. It's second down.
8-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Here's Love. That's to the left side and taken in by Golden. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
An 8-yard pickup.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
At the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 7. To throw is Love. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
From the gun on third down, it's Love. He'll try to run for it. And he's going to get this down very close to the first down marker. Maybe a few inches short, however. So decision time coming up. It's fourth down.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself. But they were able to rally to the ball. And I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
And they'll try it now with Jacobs. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a 4th down, 4th quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
C.D. Lamb. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Packers' 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 8. Play action now. Prescott. That's right side. He's got Ferguson. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
That's good.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
In motion, Lamb. Here's a handoff to Williams. And he'll look for somewhere to go, but the lanes are all closed up. He's going to wind up losing a yard.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And he's not going to be able to escape the rush here. He goes down. Javon Hargrave, the big man, gets out.
I see a lot of tired legs out there on both sides of the field, Mike. Looks like this pass rush has found a little bit of a second wind. They come away with a big-time sack, and it brings up 4th down.
And this one is off the mark. It is no good. And this lead will stay right where it is.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
The Packers offense ready to get back to work. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. Love quickly out to Watson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Number 9, Christian Watson. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. A handoff running left. It's Jacobs. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
This back's been having his way all night long, Mike. Just a lot of room to operate. Great job by the offensive line all night long, but in this case, defense does their job. They're able to penetrate, get in the backfield, and take them down for a loss.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And that ball incomplete over the middle. He was trying to connect with Matthew Golden that time. And that'll set up 4th down.
And that's a really great rep of man coverage. Does a nice job of staying in his hip pocket the entire time, challenges the ball at the highest point, and then ultimately prevents his man from coming down with it.
Whelan's punt sent away. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line. So a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
By Javon Hargrave. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 16-yard line.
That is Ferguson in motion. On the play fake, Dak. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
That is Ferguson in motion. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Right back to Ferguson, who's got another one. And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
And at this stage of the game, every 1st down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. A pickup of 14 on that one. 1st down, Cowboys.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up 1st downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. It's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
Here's a screen set up to Williams. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming.
It's 4th down.
The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. So now, Jordan Love and the Packers down by 5. A little under 2.5 to go. They have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they go to work on 1st down. No chance to get away. He's going to be knocked out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Another try, 2nd and 10. In motion, Reed. On 2nd down, Love. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, crowd noise rises. Big play here. 3rd and 1. In motion, Reed. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to have a Packers first down as the tackle is made at the 23-yard line.
You know, how often do we see, Mike, in these 3rd and short situations, there's so many bodies up near the line of scrimmage, and this back has his head down, hitting it so hard that sometimes he runs into that line, and sometimes he can come out that backside.
Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. That could be the dagger. It is intercepted. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
The Cowboys offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining for the defense, but burning that timeout early really comes back to cost them now. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal. That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their 2nd. They'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Second and goal. They'll go with him again. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and goal.
Third and goal. They'll drop to throw. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
Yeah, so this just really comes down to really good defense. You can tell the quarterback's trying to target something downfield, and when they take that away, typically there's something underneath, but they had all levels of the coverage accounted for, and that was a really nice job.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Brandon Aubrey.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. This taken at the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Jordan Love and the rest of the Packer offense ready for their next possession. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's giving the defense the ball. And that's what he's done in this one. Love to throw on 1st and 10. Pass caught. It's Golden. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
He'll get this one out to Jacobs.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Here is 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Love. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So it's a win for the Cowboys. And right away, you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. As a result,